Very good evening, everyone, and welcome to It's Academic. Tonight we have the second heat from the Northern region featuring colleges from around Auckland. Let's meet the colleges taking part tonight. College number 1 is Edgewater. So with that, a very good evening. They're represented by Patrina March.
Good evening.
Jamie Marriott, who's the captain.
Good evening.
And Roland Kennedy.
Good evening.
Team 2 is from St Peter's College. Welcome to Martin Carroll.
Good evening.
Their captain, David Linane.
Good evening.
And David Brennan.
Good evening.
Team 3 is from Penrose High School. It's good evening to Stuart Thompson.
Good evening.
Peter Gray, the captain.
Good evening.
And Owen Harris.
Good evening.
Nice to have you with us, teams, tonight. And of course, they're all trying to make it to the grand final and win some great prizes, such as the 26 volumes of Compton's Encyclopedia. Now, this magnificent set goes to each member of the winning team in the grand final, and the complete 30-volume Encyclopedia Britannica, and that goes to the winning school. Winners of tonight's heats will also go home with a prize. They win for themselves the multifunction CLC 836 mini calculator. Now, this is one of the David Reed electronic range of advanced calculator products. And in the studios with us tonight, we have teachers representing our participating schools. They act as our supervisory panel. Let's say good evening to them right now. On the left of your screen, we have from Edgewater College, Mr. Tony Turner.
Hello.
In the centre from St Peter's College, Mr. Steve Bagley.
Good evening.
And on the right from Penrose High School, Mr. Derek Light.
Good evening.
Nice to have you with us tonight. And right now, here's the rules for round 1. Each team is going to be asked 10 questions. You have 1 minute to answer as many questions as you can. Each correct answer earns you 10 points. However, if you answer all 10 questions correctly, you get a bonus of 50 points, which is well worth having. So, good luck to all of you. And let's start off with round number 1 with Edgewater College. Are you ready?
Sir.
Very good. David from St Peter's, pick them a pack.
Packet 6, please.
Packet number 6. Edgewater College, you have 1 minute starting now. Spell discipline.
D-I-S-C-I-P-L-I-N-E.
Correct. Name the capital of Venezuela.
Caracas.
Correct. Who played the role of Dorothy in the film The Wizard of Oz?
Pass.
Judy Garland. What is a bouzouki? That's B-O-U-Z-O-U-K-I.
A bird.
No, it's actually a stringed musical instrument from Greece. Name the Englishman who sailed alone around the world in Gypsy Moth 4.
Pass.
Sir Francis Chichester. In the metric system, what is the length of a decimetre?
Centimetres.
That's correct. Who wrote the book Great Expectations?
Pass.
Charles Dickens. What is another name for a conservatory starting with G?
Pass.
It's a greenhouse. Who introduced tobacco and potatoes into England?
Sir Walter Raleigh.
Correct. What is 3/4 of $9.60?
$7.40.
No, close, $7.20. $7.20. Thank you, Edgewater College. On now to St Peter's College. Are you ready?
Yes.
Very good. Peter from Penrose, would you pick them a pack, please?
Packet 13, please.
Packet 13. St Peter's, you have 1 minute starting now. Spell perceptible.
P-E-R-C-E-P-T-I-B-L-E.
Correct. In which country would you find the River Tay?
China.
No, it's in Scotland. What is the meaning of the musical term adagio?
Pass.
That means slow or unhurried. How many lines of poetry are there in a regular sonnet?
4.
No, there are actually 14. What kind of creature is a wagtail?
A bird.
Correct. Who is the current leader of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics?
Chinenko.
That's correct. In which country did the Sepoy Rebellion of 1857 occur?
India.
Correct. What do we call the green pigment contained in the leaves of plants?
Chlorophyll.
Correct. Who directed the film Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Steven Spielberg.
Correct. If n times 9 equals 54, what is n equal to?
6.
That's correct. St Peter's College, thank you very much. Penrose High School, you ready? Very good. Jamie from Edgewater, pick them a pack.
Packet 9.
Packet number 9. Penrose High School, you have 1 minute starting now. Spell entourage.
E-N-T-O-U-R-A-G-E.
Correct. Which province is the largest in Canada?
Pass.
Quebec. A person suffering from pyromania has an uncontrollable urge to do what?
Set fires.
That's right. What is the chemical symbol for radium?
R-A.
That's correct. Who was the creator of Mr. Pickwick?
Charles Dickens.
Correct. Name the smallest continent.
Australia.
Correct. What can a linguist do that most people can't?
Speak many languages.
That's right. Name the present Queen of the Netherlands.
Pass.
Queen Beatrix. In which city would you find the Parthenon?
Athens.
Correct. How much would it cost for 9 items at $3.87 each? still have time, about 7 seconds.
Pass.
Not long enough. The answer was $34.83, $34.83. Thank you, Penrose High School. The end of the first round. Let's see how the scores are. Well, we have Edgewater College with 40, St Peter's College with 70, and Penrose High School also on 70. Which means at the end of the first round we have in first equal place St Peter's and Penrose both on 70, followed closely behind by Edgewater with 40 points. Our next section deals with New Zealand subjects. Each question is again worth 10 points. That's for a correct answer, of course, but an incorrect answer there's a 10-point penalty, and if you pass on a question there's a 5-point penalty. And I have 5 questions for each team. So here are the questions. We'll start off this time with team number 2, St Peter's College. Name the ship which was shipwrecked, or should I say wrecked, on the Auckland Islands in 1866.
Pass.
It was the General Grant. Skipjack and bluefin are types of which fish?
Dolphins.
No, they're actually tuna. The Wellington Town Hall is named after which former mayor?
Michael Fowler.
Michael
Correct.
Fowler.
What sport do you associate with Mark Todd?
Golf.
No, he's equestrian horse jumping. The dog and which other mammal was brought to New Zealand by the Maori?
The rat.
That's correct. Thank you, St Peter's College. Penrose High School, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Find the first question. Name the Polynesian explorer who landed in New Zealand in the 10th century.
Kupe.
Correct. In which national park is the Tasman Glacier?
Tasman National Park.
No, it's actually in Mount Cook National Park. How many provinces were created in New Zealand in 1852?
13.
No, there are actually 6. In 1939, which New Zealand ship helped defeat the Admiral Graf Spee during the Battle of the River Plate?
The Achilles.
The Achilles is correct. Who was both Governor and Premier of New Zealand and bought Kowau Island, on which he placed exotic plants and animals?
Governor Grey.
That is correct. Thank you, Penrose High School. Edgewater College, your first question. In 1928, who made the first trans-Tasman crossing by aeroplane?
Oh, sorry.
Charles Kingsford Smith. What is the name of the New Zealand base in Antarctica?
The Ross base.
No, it's actually Scott Base. What office is held by Dame Te Atairangi Kahu?
She's the Maori Queen.
That is correct. Name the castle-like architectural fantasy in Dunedin.
Larnac Castle.
Correct. Who wrote the lyrics of God Defend New Zealand?
Thomas Bracken.
Thomas Bracken. That's right. Well done, Edgewater College. Thank you very much. Now let's see how the scores are at the end of the New Zealand round. We have Edgewater College with 60, St Peter's College with 65, and Penrose High School with 80. So it's still very close indeed. Okay, let's go on now with the next round. So, Penrose High School, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Let's go up and ask Jamie to pick you a pack, please.
Packet 7, please. Sir.
Packet number 7. Penrose High School, you have 1 minute starting now. Spell acquaintance.
A-C-Q-U-I-T-A-N-C.
No, it's U-A-I-N. Name the highest mountain in Australia.
Pass.
Mount Kosciuszko. A person suffering from kleptomania has a strong impulse to do what?
Steal things.
Correct. In which street is the British Prime Minister's official residence?
Downing Street.
Correct. Which West Indian island was invaded by American troops in 1983?
Grenada.
Correct. Name the British rock star who appears in the film Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
David Bowie.
Correct. What is a didgeridoo?
It's an Australian musical instrument.
Correct. How many cents make up a nickel?
10.
No, 5. In which country is Hadrian's Wall located?
Scotland.
That's good enough for me. What would be the cost of 1,500 grams of butter at $1.34 per kilogram?
$2.01.
$2.01, just in time. Well done, Penrose High School. Okay, Edgewater College, are you ready?
Sir.
Thanks, Jamie. David, would you pick them a pack?
Packet 3.
Packet number 3. You have 1 minute, starting now. Spell surgeon.
S-U-R-G-E-O-N.
Correct. Which city is the capital of the Ivory Coast?
Pass.
Abidjan. How many grams in a hectogram?
1,000.
No, there's 100. Name the actor who plays the lead character in the television series Magnum P.I.
Tom Selleck.
Correct. The what sat on the tucker box 9 miles from Gundagai?
Pass.
It was actually the dog. What part of the body is affected by hepatitis?
The lungs.
Liver.
No, it's the liver. Who was the wife of King Arthur?
Queen Guinevere.
Correct. What is a guppy? G-U-P-P-Y.
It's a fish.
Correct. In which city is the annual festival of Richard Wagner's music held?
Munich.
No, it's in Beirut. How many minutes are there in 8 1/4 hours?
495.
495 is right. Thank you, Edgewater College. St Peter's College, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, David. Peter from Penrose. Pick them a pack. Sorry?
Packet 5, please.
Packet number 5. Fine. You have 1 minute starting now. Spell alienate.
A-L-I-E-N-A-T-E.
Correct. What is the state capital of Texas?
Houston.
No, it's actually Austin. What was the pen name used by Charles Dickens?
Pass.
Boz, B-O-Z. What would normally be stored in a humidor? That's H-U-M-I-D-O-R.
Cigars.
Cigars is correct. Who wrote the poem The Lady of Shalott?
Pass.
Tennyson. What is the chemical symbol for nickel?
N.
N-I.
N-I.
That's right, Ni is right. A kepi, sometimes called a kepi, K-E-P-I, is worn on what part of the body?
On the head.
That's correct. Name the woman who married William Shakespeare.
Pass.
Anne Hathaway. The Bretton Woods Conference was held in what year?
Pass.
Back in 1944. What percentage of 1 litre is 600 mils?
6.
16ths.
60%.
60%. The answer was 60%, and you came in with it. Thank you, St Peter's College. Well, that's the end of that particular round, so let's go across and see how the scores are. We have Edgewater College with 65, St Peter's College with 85, and Penrose with 125, which means leading after that particular round with 125 points, Penrose High School, followed by St Peter's with 85, and we have Edgewater College with 65 points. And welcome back to It's Academic. Right now, teams, it's time to look at our film clip. At the end of the film clip, I'm going to ask you one question pertaining to it. The first team to press their button and come up with the correct answer, they'll be getting 10 points. However, if you give me the incorrect answer, you also lose 10 points. But remember, teams, press your buzzers, but please don't give me the answer until I name your team. If you break this rule, I'll have to penalise you 10 points. Before we have a look at the film, let's make sure the buzzers are working all right. Edgewater College. Thank you. St Peter's College. It's fine. Penrose High School. Good. All the buzzers are working all right, so now let's look at that film clip.
But who would want to stay on Antipodes? The sheep and cattle introduced here all died, so things remain the way they've always been. Well, almost. Man's only legacy, the mouse. Mice have been here since the turn of the century, probably arriving in stores for the castaway depot. But once here, they bred like mice. They're seed eaters, and they're everywhere. Mice form part of the wildlife survey. The usual questions: how many are there? What do they eat? And most important for Phil Moores, are they harming the island's vegetation? Early results indicate the damage to plants is small and acceptable. But how different?
Well, I hope you're all watching very, very closely, because now here is the question. How did the mice arrive on the island? Edgewater College.
From colonies?
From colonies.
I'm afraid they actually arrived, the answer we wanted was in stores for the castaway depot. That's how the mice arrived, that's what they said on the film. I'm afraid you lose the points. So let's look at the points as they stand at the end of that round. We have Edgewater College with 55, St Peter's College with 85, and Penrose High School with 125. Now on to the next round. Here the point value has been doubled, which means 20 points for a correct answer. Unfortunately, the penalties have also been doubled, which means 20 points off if you give me the incorrect answer, and 10-point penalty for a pass. We could see some dramatic changes in the scoring coming up here, so let's go to Team 1, Edgewater College. Are you ready?
Sir.
Very good. David from St Peter's, pick a pack, please.
Packet 4, please.
Packet number 4. Edgewater College, you have 1 minute starting now. Spell supernatural.
S-U-P-E-R-N-A-T-U-R-A-L.
Correct. What does the abbreviation HCF stand for?
Is that fire extinguisher thing? Fire extinguisher? Pass. Pass.
Pass. Okay, the actual answer was highest common factor. Ankara is the capital of which country?
Can you please repeat?
Yes, Ankara, A-N-K-A-R-A. Turkey is correct. Name the French explorer who founded Quebec.
Pass.
Champlain. Who or what is a centenarian?
100 years old?
That's right. What is meant by the word to capitulate? To capitulate.
Pass.
To surrender. What is the popular name for the counterintelligence agency of the British government?
CIA.
No, it's the MI5. What is the name of the water-filled ditch around a castle?
Moat.
That's right. Who wrote the novel Lorna Doone?
Pass.
R.D. Blackmore. What is the correct change from $8 when purchasing 8 items at 94 cents each?
48 cents.
48 cents is correct. Edgewater College, just in time. Well done. St Peter's College, are you ready? Yes. Very good. Thank you, David. Peter, pick a pack, please.
Packet 1, please, sir.
Packet number 1 at the top. Here we go, St Peter's. You have 1 minute starting now. Spell chauffeur.
CHAUFFEUR.
That's correct. What would be housed in a binnacle?
Ropes.
No, a ship's compass. Who wrote the novel Round the World in 80 Days?
Jules Verne.
Correct. Which African republic originated as a home for freed Afro-American slaves?
Liberia.
Correct. What is the chemical symbol for chromium?
CR.
Correct. Which wars came to an end with the victory of Henry Tudor at Bosworth Field?
War of the Roses.
Correct. Name the longest river in Australia.
The Murray.
Correct. Who performed the first human heart transplant?
Bernard.
That's correct. Name the Australian boat which won the America's Cup in 1983.
Pass.
Australia 2. What value of x satisfies the equation 5x plus 45 equals 0?
-9.
That's right, -9. That'll do me. Thank you, St Peter's College. Penrose High School, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Peter. Jamie, pick them a pack.
Packet 11, please.
Packet number 11. Penrose, you have 1 minute starting now. Spell exaggerate.
EXG.
No, it's AGG. On which river is the city of Nanking situated? On which river is the city of Nanking situated?
Pass.
Yangtze. Using a prefix, what is the opposite of lovely?
Unlovely.
Correct. What is a female fox called?
Vixen.
Correct. In music, if something is to be formed pianissimo, what is meant?
Softly.
That's right, quietly. Who designed St Paul's Cathedral in London?
Sir Christopher Wren.
Correct. With which of the arts do you associate Henry Purcell?
Pass.
Music. What is another name for sulfuric acid starting with V?
Pass.
Vitriol. What kind of creature is an alpaca?
Pass.
I'm sorry, Captain?
Pass.
An animal or a mammal? Llama-like would have done us. 1 1/4 times 12 equals...
15.
15 is right. Yes, Penrose High School, it's the end of that particular round. Let's see how the scores are. We have Edgewater College with 95 points, St Peter's College with 215, and Penrose High School with 165, which means leading with 215 points, we have St Peter's College, followed by Penrose High School with 165 and Edgewater with 95. Now we're on to our final round, into the home straight. This is our Beat the Buzzer period, which really is a free-for-all, with 20 points going to the team answering correctly, a 20-point penalty if you're incorrect. Remember, teams, as I mentioned earlier on, press the buzzers, but don't give me the answer till I name your team. If you break that rule, there's a 20-point penalty. So, I'll get the questions, and here we go with Beat the Buzzer. Question 1, spell synopsis. We have Edgewater College.
SYNOS.
No, it's OPSIS. Which famous but unsuccessful World War I campaign was an attempt by the Allies to gain Edgewater.
Gallipoli.
Correct. Name any one of the 3 chemical elements of which a glucose molecule is composed. Edgewater.
Carbon.
Carbon is correct. The Red Cross flag is a red cross on a white field. What is the Swiss flag? Penrose.
White cross on a red field.
That's right. Name the female presenter of last year's television programme Eyewitness News. Edgewater.
Dean Shanahan.
No, it was Karen Sims. Spell abysmal. St Peter's.
ABYSIMAL.
No, SMAL. What is the official language of Venezuela? It's Penrose.
Spanish.
Correct. What is 9 cubed divided by 3 to the 5th? No answer. The answer was 3. I can see you need those calculators. Rearrange the letters of the words shrub to make the name of a utensil used in painting. Edgewater.
Brush.
Brush is correct. How many days had February this year? Penrose.
29.
29 is correct. Who wrote the book Strangers and Journeys? No takers. The answer was Maurice Shadbolt. What special name beginning with P is given to a quadrilateral in which both pairs of opposite sides... Edgewater.
Parallelogram.
It's correct. What, according to an old saying, can't you put a square peg? St Peters.
And a round
And a round hole, correct. Spell millionaire. Edgewater.
M-I-L-L-I-O-N-A-I-R-E.
Correct. Who was the male star of the film On Golden Pond? Penrose.
Henry Fonda.
Correct. Which chemical element consists of atoms containing just 2 protons in their nuclei? St Peters?
Helium.
Correct. Which famous American prison was situated on an island in San Francisco? St Peters.
Alcatraz.
Correct. Spell debacle. St Peters.
D-E-B-A-C-L-E.
Correct. Name the British aircraft carrier which visited New Zealand Edgewater College.
Invincible.
Correct. The Elgin marbles originally decorated which famous Athens building? Edgewater College.
Parthenon.
The Parthenon is correct. And which ocean is Sri Lanka? Edgewater College.
Indian.
The Indian is correct. What is the supplement of 57 degrees? Edgewater. Your answer, please.
23.
No, it's actually 123. Make a word meaning close, C-L-O-S-E, by rearranging the letters earn. We have Edgewater College
Near.
again. Near is correct. What kind of creature is a black mamba? Penrose.
A snake.
Correct. Which famous French novelist wrote The Count of Monte Cristo? Penrose.
Alexander Dumas.
Correct. Name one of the planets of our solar system which, as far as present knowledge is concerned, has no... Edgewater.
Pluto.
Pluto is correct. Spell roughage. Edgewater.
R-U-F-F-A-G-E.
No, it's R-O-U-G-H-A-G-E. On what part of the body would you wear a tam o' shanter? Penrose.
On the head.
On the head, that's correct. It's a Scottish cap. In which sea would you find Lord Howe Island? Edgewater College again.
Tasman Sea.
And the Tasman Sea is correct. How many items at $1.23 each can I buy for $17.22? The answer was 14. Well, there we go. Certainly lots and lots of questions there. And let's see, looking at the scores, I seem to have lost count halfway through there. Edgewater College in 3rd place, certainly a very good run, answering lots of questions there and beat the buzzer, 235 points. In 2nd place with 275, St Peters College, and Penrose High School taking it away with 305. Certainly a very, very exciting finish, and Peter, you must be very pleased. Good, well done. And to Stuart, Peter and Owen from Penrose High School, of course, they won for themselves the CLC 836 mini calculators. These are from the David Reed range of advanced electronic products. And of course, we'll see you back in the semi-finals of It's Academic. Wishing you all the best of luck there too. Thank you to all the teams for taking part. Thank you to the teachers for coming along and being here on our supervisory panel. And thank you too for joining us. We'll see you at the same time next week. So until then, bye everyone.